Alright, so we'll try to tune up the hallucinationing and the reaction time to things being on the minimap in places that are important. So ever since the chime the other day, the chime training, I am way better at being like, oh, my hallucination is in opponent's base. Let's click to it and see what's going on over there.
Okay. You better get used to chime training because you're doing more of it.
Yeah, I feel like it is helpful. It's so bad. Like, the streams are probably going to end up being shorter, like, unless I can develop more, like, mental energy or something for it, like, because it sapped me so bad.
Well, I can multitask like that without getting zapped, therefore you can train that skill.
Yeah, it's a buildable.
I'm pretty sure that the timer wouldn't affect me at all. Like, I'm pretty sure I could just play and respect the timer and not care.
Mm-hmm.
I should try it.
Yeah, I don't think it would bother you at all. I think you would find that it did what happened to me in that PvT that went kind of late, where, yeah,
Oh.
so, I knew that.
Oh, probes? Lots of probes. Get into the wall.
We're in the wall.
Get some probes to the low ground too, because he's gonna build a cannon down there as soon as his pylon. Oh, he canceled the pylon.
Yeah.
Still get probes to the low ground.
It might have been a fake, actually.
I don't know.
I think it was a fake.
Well, continue doing build and probe scout him.
Probe scout him, right? We gotta make one of these things for our probe scout. Pylon.
Need more minerals for that. We don't have enough minerals. That'll cost more minerals than we have.
We'll see in a minute if it was fake or not. This freaking Nexus first, oh my gosh.
No, it wasn't. Forward gateway. Lol.
Okay. It was real. It was real!
Stalkers. I would build a pylon inside his natural and start building batteries.
Say that again? What?
Build a pylon outside of his natural and start building batteries and rally your stalkers across the map because he's not going to have units.
Do you want me to cancel
his
Sentry?
Cyber is... you can start stalkers after Sentry. Build a battery right, like pylon right outside his natural. And build batteries. And keep making stalkers and rally all your units across the map.
Okay. Nexus when?
When you can afford it.
Okay. Without stopping unit production?
Yeah. Build one battery at the extreme end of your pylon radius towards his Nexus.
Okay. Before or after the Nexus? I need to make a unit. I need to make a unit.
Do whatever you want. Poke his Nexus. Make sure he's not building cannons in front of his Nexus. That's key. Build battery.
Yep.
Build Nexus. Keep rallying stuff across. We're gonna punish him. If anything comes down his ramp, you can force field. Or you can hallucinate and see what's up. Also an option.
I like vision.
I would get our robo at home.
Okay.
See if tech.
That'll cost more minerals than we have.
No.
Why does he not have tech?
I don't know.
But probes.
It's about to pull probes.
He still has probes on the low ground. Build your tech. You need your tech for sure.
Can't warp that in. Research complete.
If he wants to fight, we have a battery. We're okay with this. Click on his stalkers.
What were those words?
I said you can kill his probes. Now kill his Nexus. Go home. Defend whatever crap he wants to do.
Okay.
Because we are monstrously far ahead as long as we don't die.
Yep. So now we want this here.
That'll cost more minerals than we have.
I have no idea what his plan is.
We'll find out
Our
soon.
probes are under attack.
Oracle.
That's what
Nice.
it was. I
You have a
built
battery.
this shieldy boy.
Split your units up between your mineral lines. And build shield batteries in your natural because he might push us.
Yeah.
Our
I see
base is
Stalker just
under
killing
attack.
our battery at his base, so we can see where his units are at least.
Mhm.
Keep building Immortal. Coronaling them. Literally, if you do not get killed, you
Seems more
win.
pylons
Yeah.
are required.
Take that to mean whatever you want.
Okay.
I want to see you
Construct
lock
additional
down this
pylons.
position so you cannot die.
Okay.
May I suggest hallucinating?
Time for battle.
I think we need more pylons.
I'm here in the shadows. Siravek, cry on.
Is this your plan, White Cat? To just play normal from here? It can't be right. You gotta be doing something else.
Understood. I return to serve.
There's no
Could be
tech
playing
anywhere.
normal. He has a Nexus building.
Yeah, like...
I'm here in the shadows.
Can't warp that in.
Let our enemy know our fury. I return to serve.
I'd push out now. Build a bunch of gates and go kill him.
Anan Porkal.
Seems more pylons are required.
These pylons
Can't
are
warp
gonna be
that
better than
in.
me.
Need more minerals for them. Construct additional pylons.
The sky,
What is that?
I am where?
Energy's too low.
Why is he building a Stargate?
I don't know. Why is he building a Stargate right there?
We're gonna kill his Nexus.
Yep.
It's gonna be...
Looks like our
He's trying to
warriors are
stasis
seeing
your
some
mineral
action.
line. Might work.
That worked.
We don't
Not
care.
enough energy.
Is this fine? I call it this is fine.
With a ruling on 3 void or 3 stalkers versus a void ray.
Nope. Stalkers win. The Stalkers win. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Upgrade is ready for use.
Okay.
Try to cannon rush me? I train under Print F.
I've literally said that to ladder opponents before.
Oh my gosh.
I've been like, Printf sitting behind me right now, and he does not approve of that cannon rush.
Oh man, you see this in the chat? There's Chipotle in the fridge for my break from Adeling. That's amazing. Here, Printf, I'll show you. You're gonna be so proud. Well, actually, you're probably gonna tell me that I did something wrong, but like, I wanna call out the part that I'm proud of. Okay, we're just gonna talk about the one thing that I did that I'm proud of. That's just why. When does this hit? Did it already happen? Or is this the first probe that goes on? No, that probe... When did it happen? I have no concept of like when in-game things happen. Okay, so it already happened. Alright, so...
Probe gets to your base at about a minute.
Alright. So I see the probe, I'm like, that probe's too early. So I send a probe to attack the probe, and then this happens, and I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. And then, you know what I do? I keep this probe right where he wants to make the thing. Right where he wants to make the pylon, I say, no, I'm going to keep a probe right in your way, because I know what you're... I know this shape. I know what this is about. I blocked it. Yeah. Yeah. And then, like, he kind of gives up really quickly. And so then I was like, oh no, it was a fake. And I pulled a bunch of probes for a fake. Pulled a bunch of... See that whole position? Then he cancels it, and I'm like, oh no. Look at how many probes I pulled for this fake cannon rush. And then eventually we scout the forge. I'm like, okay, cool. Cool. But, okay, so here's the thing about this game that, that probably, like, I wouldn't have done right without Hjax telling me to do it right, is we make proxy pylon and we push the nexus. I don't have that thing in my brain that's like, oh, okay, now get aggressive. And I don't know why, and I wish I could. I did have this problem with magic, too, when I was first learning the game. I would, like, sit there and have lethal and not see it, because I was trying to not die.
I feel like when I play card games, I'm only looking for lethal.
Mm.
Sometimes I die because I'm like, oh, I have this way to get lethal, and I just forget that I have HP too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, crap, I died.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
White Cat says in game, I was confident that you wouldn't attack me, so I went for the greedy nexus.
And I was like, go attack him.
Yeah. I mean, that's actually good, right? Like, so whether you cheat for me and tell me the right answer, well, I mean, it's not cheating, it's coaching, right? But whether you tell me the right thing and I execute the right thing and it works, or White Cat gets to punish me for a tendency of mine that he knows about, either of those create the teachable moment, right? It's just, is it the negative or positive reinforcement that I'm getting?
So one thing that at least is a core value of my mindset when I'm playing StarCraft is if my opponent does something weird, I want to show them the refutation. What you did is bad, I'll show you why. I'm not going to just like be like, if I see something and I'm like, oh, that's bad, I'm not just going to let them do it, right? If I'm like for instance, if I see a quick nexus, I'm just going to be like, I can kill that, right? Go do that.
Yeah. So
like,
I think
he could have built cannons defensively on the low ground, but at the very least, us being aggressive forces a bunch of minerals out of him, which is fine. We're also okay with it.
Right, yeah. So here, if we had known there were workers, we'd just kill the workers, right?
I did tell you there were workers.
Yeah,
I didn't tell you to kill them, but I told you they were there.
Yeah, we saw them at a point, but that was like when he was trying to move down the ramp and fight. So then I was a little bit less keen to go fight workers and a little bit happier to sit in between his nexus and my battery and be like, okay, I know this is going to hurt you while being safe, but I don't know, maybe I should have been braver. It was right before this happened. Like, I saw the workers when they were pulled to fight, essentially. It wasn't when they were charging at me, it was when he pulled them down here to be like, okay, I'm getting ready to fight. And I was like, okay, well, if you want the workers in the fight, then I'm not going to engage them, kind of thing. Like, I don't know why you want this, but I know you want this, so I'm going to not do it, that heuristic. So here I didn't attack the stalkers quickly enough. And then once he told me to do it, he actually was really good about a pullback on the one stalker that I did target. I must target the one in the back.
Well, you can switch which one you're targeting.
Yeah. Oh, I guess he just pulled... No, he does. Yeah, he pulls back the weekend one. So I needed to change that. But then... Okay, so I realized really late that I'm chasing the stalker in the back. And then he pulls them really far back and I start cutting probes. So that's fine. Okay. And then the Oracle came from this proxy Stargate, and that's how that happened. But we were prepared, because I said, how can my opponent get back in this game? Well, an Oracle would be a problem. I haven't seen a Stargate, but an Oracle sure would be a problem, wouldn't it? And this goes up. Oh, look at that. It's like just-in-time defenses.
Vision and saw him building the pylon, so I knew it was Oracle, so I felt like it was my job to not tell you it was Oracle. Make you figure it out.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
not going to cheat. But I did know that that was happening by mistake. I switched the cams and I went, oh.
Yeah. I'm really glad that I got that one right, because that was like, I've really tried to work this heuristic that like, how do I, like, what bad thing could happen now, right? Like, that's really helpful to me historically in Magic, so using it for StarCraft feels good always, kind of. And I knew Oracle would be a problem. And then later, when I went back in and did that really thorough scouring of like, okay, what tech do you have? I was looking for the Twilight because I was thinking, okay, DTs could be a way for you to get back in it, even though I'm massively, massively ahead. And I mean, it could have been proxied, right? But I think shortly after that, we saw the Stargate here. I'm like, okay, that's what you're doing.